Hey folks, welcome back to GP Reactions. I hope you're well. I hope you've been enjoying all the heat that we've had in the UK over the last week or so. Um, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I had planned to do some reactions, but it was like many places in the UK, it was akin to I wouldn't say a sauna, probably more like an oven. I think I had the temperature up in in this room at about probably about yeah, it's about 29 degrees at one point, and that's kind of way too hot. The trouble is all the bricks heat up, and then you can't do anything to kind of like get rid of the heat after that. You can move it around with a fan, but that's quite noisy as well. So this is actually the first day that it felt a bit cooler. So I mean, 26, it feels very cool. That's just in this room, so Lord knows how hot it was before. But I do love the sunshine, and I have been out. I've been gardening. I've been walking around, and people think I'm mad. Probably am. I've got to be careful and getting to that age now. But thoroughly enjoyable, and but it's nice to have a little respite from it. Hopefully, the summer will continue, and this won't be it. I think we deserve some nice days without it being baking hot. But yeah, I mean, you'd be disappointed if I wasn't talking about the weather. Let's be honest. So, thanks to everybody for everything to do with this channel, for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting, and also suggesting music to listen to. Um, and yeah, it's just, it's really good to be here. If you want to suggest music to listen to, you can do that through the comment section or through Buy Me a Coffee. Right, let's get to it. It's been long enough. So, I'm going to be reacting to a singer called Screamin, Jay Hawkins. This is a track called Baptize Me in Wine. I have not been able to dig up any information on this person, except that this is from 1954. It looks like it might be from, maybe this is a best of album or something called Screamin' the Blues. It could be a compilation album, who knows? But just looking at the picture here, so I'm guessing that this is a blues track. So yeah, without further ado, it's a very short track. So I want to jump into it. I don't like that kind of skeleton looking thing at the front. It's a little bit so here we go.
Brother, listen to what I have to say. Well, the beach is waiting this morning. I'm telling you, that's what the doctor said. He said, never seen a kid like this before. I believe this man is dead. Now the preacher, he started trembling. He was shaking just like a vine. He said, before you put me in that there ground, you gotta baptize me in wine. He said, you got the nerve. When I'm laying down, you got the nerve. Trying to put me in that old ground. You want me to go? Please be so kind. Stop by the state store and get some wine. People standing by said, my, oh my. What's wrong with this man? Why won't he die? Get that bottle, don't waste no time. You get Joe Woods baptized in wine. He had wine in his coffin, with wine on his head. His eye rolled back, and here's the very words he said. Confession for your soul and confession for mine. If wine's gonna kill me, I don't mind dying. Oh! Baptize me in wine. Baptize me in wine. Baptize me in wine. Baptize, baptize, baptize me in wine. Baptize me in wine. Baptize me in wine. Baptize. If you want me to go, please be so kind. Stop by the state store and get some wine. Don't you know you're a real cool cat with your one eye? Trying to get drunk.
short and sweet. That was quite a fun song. It sort of reminded me of. I didn't expect. I mean, I've heard blues. I think I've heard. Can't think of a name now. Smokestack Blues and I can't think of a name of him. But I've heard another artist maybe from around about his time, and so I was expecting it to be kind of. I mean, I guess this is the blues, isn't it? But it reminded me of music from Back to the Future. Yeah, so I was trying to get the imagery of Marty McFly out of my head, sort of up on stage, joining in with that band. Um, but yeah, this was good. I think it's maybe about somebody who's lived a sinful life, maybe, and they've enjoyed um, the alcohol um, and their last wishes for the priest to baptize them in wine before they die. Uh, Seems fitting. But I don't know. It was a fun song. Not the best blues song I've ever heard. I'll be honest. But I want to know what he was actually saying at the beginning. It's a shame I don't know anything more about this singer.
Brother, sister, listen to what I have to say. Well, the beast is awake this morning. I'm telling you, that's what the doctor said. He said, never seen a king like this before. I believe this man is dead. Now the preacher, he started trembling. He was shaking just like a fire.
So is this a guy who's actually? Um, so is the doctor drunk and he believes somebody's dead? Or is this like the guy who's so drunk he looks dead? Um, I don't know, but I suppose it's a fun concept. 1954. Let's have a look, see if there's any comments on this. Oh no, comments are turned off. That sucks. I hate it when they do that. Let's just continue playing a bit more.
He said, before you put me in that there ground, you gotta baptize me in wine. He said, you got the nerve when I'm laying down.
I love the drums. I
You got the nerve.
love the saxophone. I mean, um, they must have been the most used instruments. The bit of brass, a bit of woodwind. Um, yeah, all of these. Yeah, just back then, it felt very simple. The music did. Um, I wonder how popular this guy was back in the 50s. Screaming Jay Hawkins. It does make me wonder. So yeah, see, here's some artists, and you're thinking, yeah, they were still around, sort of thing, in the 70s and that. So, but like I say, I couldn't find any information on this, and it was a fun concept. Um, don't know if this was based on a real, um, maybe a real instant. Maybe you just read about it that somebody had, like, was dead, and there was a drunk priest or doctor or something, and they they got their prognosis wrong, and maybe everybody was drunk. I don't know. Um, yeah, this was an interesting one. I wouldn't say it's the best uh, track I've heard, um, but it was a fun one, and I'm sure he did more stuff. Um, I'm sure this is like the tip of the iceberg with, what he's done. I'm sure he's no, this was one that was suggested to me for Buy Me a Coffee, and it may have been that he's actually responsible for another more famous track, which I can't think of at the moment. Um, my brain is still heat waved out. But yeah, I'm sure there's a more famous track that he was responsible for. Anyway, folks, that is that, and please join me in the comments below if you know anything about Screaming Jay Hawkins. I didn't dislike this track. I don't know. Do you know what? When I guess when you go in, enter the day with reactions, um, the first track doesn't always hit home, I find, um, and I have to kind of work my way into it. It's like whenever there's a gap with me doing reactions, I kind of like I have to warm up again, to actually feel what I'm listening to, especially in the morning. Um, so hopefully, this won't be seen as like a negative on this track. It's just that it didn't necessarily blow my socks off first time round, and I'm sure on a couple of listens I'll find it more fun. Um, it felt quite chilled, I will say that, but then this kind of music does. Not all blues does feel chilled, but generally quite laid back with most of the blues I've heard, and this would be amongst that category. So yeah, please join me in the comments below, and till next time, take care of yourselves, and I will speak to you all soon.